super loud. All right, we got 10 minutes to be pushing back. So we'll take a look at our route here. Plenty of ATC, it looks like. I think there's an event in Boston. And yeah, we are out of Washington Dulles on the Clutch 3. It's like the Flask transition. Flight plan route to Sierra Juliet India VOR, whatever that might be. Semez. And otherwise, actually, let's go and take a look at that. It's hard to get used to, you know, Navigav charts again that I haven't been using in about 3 or 4 years. So precipitation looks totally okay. Looks like we got our PDC is just in. Very nice. From Washington Center. I think we need to put turbulence up here as well. If I knew how to work this. Layers. To turbulence, yeah, so. A very smooth ride all the way through. No turbulence reported en route. I don't know if we can get the winds. We got wind barbs here. Oh, would you look at that? I can change the altitude and everything. Our cruising altitude for our flight is 340. So can we actually get barbs at 340, eh? Would you look at that? This thing has everything. Right, so basically winds coming off the right, pretty much all the way down. Yeah, it's slightly into us, perhaps, and then slightly. I mean, it's zero-sum game there on the winds. It looks like. So that is everything looks good there. Taking a look. I'll actually get the old live traffic and ATC things up here. I wish we could remember my settings like that. We have several controllers here for. Excuse me. We have KIAD controllers here. Looks like we have delivery. Actually, we don't have delivery ground or tower. We just have ATIS provided by Washington Center. We're going to look at our OFP here. Rather longish flight for the Embraer 145. It is the XR. Air distance 755 nautical miles. Cruising at flight level 340, wheels up, wheels down, hour and 58 minutes approximately, let's say 2 hours. Taking a trip fuel of, a block fuel of 8.8 thousand pounds, 5.3 approximately of which is going to be for the trip. Estimated takeoff weight 49,000 pounds. We are about 4,000 below maximum. Landing weight will be pretty darn close to maximum landing weight. We are full, 50 out of 50 on the passenger count. So we could be going flaps, full flaps for the arrival potentially. We'll see what the numbers look like when we get there. And our very, very close to our maximum zero fuel weight as well, 40,508 pounds. We're just around 280 pounds short, so Okay, we got the ATIS here in got the VATSIM ATIS information. I'm going to get the both departure and arrival. So information Lima. Winds are 110 at 3 knots. Visibility is good. Scattered and broken clouds anywhere between 8,000 and 1,000 and 15,000. Altimeter 3007. Arriving aircraft arriving on the ones. We are departing 30, so we'll be planning for runway 30. Contact ground on east or west side of ramp with spot number and ATIS when ready to taxi. Okay. Very, very good. Let's get down to business. By jumping on in the cockpit. Okay, obviously we already have the batteries and ground power hooked up here. Actually, ground power is not hooked up. It's connected, but it's not actually giving us any juice. So we'll go ahead and select master, avionics master number 2. We're gonna wait for multifunction display to come up. Go to our systems electric page, and we'll see the GPU is 28.5 volts, so that's great. We will accept that and take all avionics now. Not sure what's up with Stream Elements is asleep, it seems. Finally woke up. Okay, so we did get our PDC, so we're not going to mess about and read that. So we are Commute Air 4295. Clutch 3, departure, flask transition, flight plan route. Altitude 340, cruising altitude. Squawk 7013. We'll go and put our squawk code right in there right now. 7013. And we'll go VARA. Maintain 3000, expect 340 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 133725. Oops. I'll just put it on standby for now because I actually don't want to deal with the voices until I'm kind of, they're just distractions really from preparing the cockpit. Okay, overhead panel will, that's on 1 notch, that's fine. Emergency lights, the arm, that's good. And, take that pump, silence that caution, that's just telling us the low fuel pressure. Fire test. Okay. Start up the APU. One potato, 2 potato. Okay, APU is juicing up. Logo lights can come on. Seatbelt signs on. No smoking signs on. Windshield heat can go on. Put the packs on. We'll be starting this, we'll be taking the bleeds in 1 second here. Okay, APU's at 100%. And we will kick the GPU off the bus, and now we have the APU sorting everything out. Shed bus needs to go to override. Okay. Everything looks good there. We'll just take the bleeds so we can start getting packs. There we go. Fans are up and good. Should not have an APU generator overload because we've shed power to non-essential systems, and we have one fuel pump on. Hydraulics are all off. Rather peculiar. Okay. Overhead looks just fine for now. We'll get the GPU disconnected outside. And APU is providing air now to the cabin and the cockpit, and everything looks just good there. Hydraulic quantities look good. Pressures are off right now because I haven't turned on the pumps. It's okay. Cabin temperature 20 degrees Celsius, cockpit temperature 20 degrees Celsius, perfect. Oxygen PSI is good and quantity is good. Bleed temps that's rather interesting. The bleed temps would actually be up in the green. Otherwise the engine, if I'm able to start engines with the bleed temperature indicator down there, that means that's a bug. Alright, let's get into the FMS here. We'll get our KIAD, we'll get our Jeppesen charts together. And departure, clutch 3. Mobile. No arrival, no departure, approach. We're just going to take the ILS runway 15 and just get the airport chart, which it probably has it must have the parking stands on it. Yes, it does. ILS runway 15. Frequency 109.9er. Even put that in right now if we wanted to. I'm sorry, I forgot what it was. 109.9er. Genius. Okay. PDC is all good. Initial climb 3000. We can put that in now. 3000 is there. Go FMS and FMS on the first officer side. Okay, so we'll just take a look at make sure our GPS 3857 77 27 38 57 77 26. Okay, that's good enough. Loaded flight plan. I'm going to get the flight plan list, and here we go. KIAD to KMOB 01. Activate. we'll select our departure, runway 30, onto clutch 3, flask transition, and we can go and review that. So top altitude 3000, and we got that from the ATC. So Washington D.C. International runways 30 climb on. Heading assigned by ATC, expect radar vectors to Butters. Then on track 239 to clutch. Then on assigned transition, maintain 3000, expect clearance to a filed altitude 10 minutes after departure. That all looks totally normal. So it'll be, we'll set our heading to runway heading for the time being, which is 301. Heading 3001, okay. That's good. And we'll just review. There's not much to review here because it's runway 30 and it's basically radar vectors immediately. So we'll just go ahead and activate that. And we'll go back to our nav page and sort out the arrival. Arrival runway 15. We'll do the ILS. We'll actually take it all the way to Semes, VOR, and we go to right downwind, or maybe not. Maybe we'll break out of the arrival into Semes, because I don't think we're going to get ATC unless it's either Houston or Jacksonville who has control here. I can't remember which one. Probably Houston. So we're just going to say we're going to be coming in off of SJI. And we'll make adjustments later if we have to anyway. There is no standard terminal arrival, so we can just go ahead and activate that. And go to the flight plan page and to go to plan mode, and we're going to cycle through the points here. Let me do this first. Let me go to I think it's oh no, it's not system, it's return. It's MFD, and get rid of both of the just data. We'll just leave data on so it doesn't get too cluttered. Okay, so there's Flask. Let's zoom in here on that fun stuff. There's KIAD, so actually going to reprogram that. I don't like that in the slightest, so we'll go back to nav, arrival, approach, ILS 15. I think we'll just leave it at that. And activate that. That did nothing. So arrival. BFM. Activate that. That is doing nothing either. So we might have to have it snap out of it here. We're going to go back to the mobile charts. And I'm going to look for the RNAV runway 15. 15 RNAV gives us bays. So we're just going to do the RNAV approach instead. Be more interesting sometimes, actually, RNAVs. Okay, so we got our nav, arrival, RNAV from bays, LPV yes, and activate. And that's just discontinuity. That's should be okay. We'll just go through the flight plan. SAI, KIAD, bays, KIAD. Yeah, that is. That's just. If you ask me, probably inadequate coding. I think. SJI. So we get into SJI here, guys. Get rid of that. So we get the SJI, and then we're gonna leave SJI, bros, and get to bays, because there's no hitting KIAD twice. You know what I'm saying? So KIAD 2000 or above. This is a carryover from the ILS, so that's disappointing. Both of these are carryovers from the ILS. That's bad coding, if you ask me. So we got SAI, then bays. That's actually more correct now. As a matter of fact, it should have given me a discontinuity. And now that is those are the correct waypoints for the RNAV. So I'm kind of okay, happy with the route. You know, I mean, I suppose what I could do is actually just delete everything after, oops, go to flight plan. Okay, so let's go delete, 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 previous page, delete. Nav, arrival, approach, 15, RNAV, bays, yes, that's good, activate. There we go, the discontinuity. So we had to delete everything to get the discontinuity, and all that looks great. Okay, route looks good. We'll get the latest ATIS. Still Lima, actually, so these are their 7. Is set. I'm going to set it over here as well. Set. And let's get the passengers on board. Weight and balance. a sim brief plan here, and reserve fuel weight is 40,500, and our block fuel is 8,800. Zero fuel weight CG and takeoff CG, more or less 12%. We'll load the airplane. And let's go perf init page now, since the route is all done. Page 1, nothing to change there. Climb, cruise, descent speeds are fine. Page 3, nothing to do there. Cruising altitude 340. Vista dev we'll leave at 0. I don't think you can change it anyway. Cruise winds 309.46. Basically crosswinds all the way down. And fuel 8798, so we'll just say 88. Gross weight 49,581, 49,300 there. So it is close enough. I'm not going to argue with it. I just don't like how I can't manipulate cargo and passengers. Pretty sure I can't manipulate it here. Let's go 8,000 cargo. Yeah, it won't let me do that. That's crazy. So we'll just go and confirm that. And no step climbs. Fuel required for flight 5.5, and sim brief is estimating basically 5.3, so pretty close. $760 miles. That's got ETA 2 hours and 1 minute. We're saying 1 hour 58, so 3 minutes different. That's fine. Fuel remaining 3.3. Finish. Fin reserves and alternate. Basically 2.6 plus. I need to add the contingency, so that's 3.2, 3.3. So that's pretty darn close. Gross weight 44.1. That's at arrival, okay. So for zero fuel weight is 40 and 40.5 and 3.4. It's actually 39.9. I worry about that when we get closer. And that looks okay, and page 4 looks okay. So weather's on board. The weights are in. The routes are done, including the departure and arrival. And we just got to do the takeoff performance. We're going to be runway 30. Condition dry. Winds are 110 at 3 knots. Temperature outside is 21. H30.07. Takeoff weight, and we're going to say what do we actually have here. Go back to the perf init for a moment. So gross weight is 49,581. So we're gonna say 49,400 will be okay. We're gonna do takeoff 1, flaps 9, looks fine. V1 134, V rotate 142. And we will go to MFD speeds, V1. get those figures again. 34, 42, 45, 34, 42, 45. And we can even set the VFS of 174 in here if we wanted to, in case of an emergency. Okay, everything looks good there. They are on the tape on the PFD. That is good. Takeoff. That looks good. Those look good. That's good. That's good. I can't adjust the takeoff rate anyway, so I tried this before, 49,400. Yeah, that's dead. Try to confirm that. Takeoff data. We ignore these V speeds. I don't understand. I can't even change these. It's all a bit weird. Okay, so the last thing we have to do now is just program in the FADEC, and we do that by going to the system and takeoff, and we are takeoff 1, so we're happy with that. Reference takeoff temperature, so there's no flex temp simulated here, so we're just going to, the reference temperature is the outside air temperature. So 22 and 22, that is set. And anti-ice will be off, so the FADEC now knows what to do. And that's good. We'll just go to the, get that page up. And we're just going to return here, go back to map mode. We'll get our, excuse me, MFD, and put all that stuff back. Okay. Passengers are on board. We can now close up the passenger door. And it is just DC Center. What they call themselves. I think they call themselves Washington Center. So we'll just call them Washington Center. So we'll push ourselves back on to Bravo. So he said on the PDC, contact ATC at west side of ramp. Okay, so we're just gonna push ourselves right back onto Bravo.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready. Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
The checklist here is maintenance status is checked, cockpit emergency equipment is checked, overhead panel checked, hydraulic panel, pump 3 is off, that is not applicable for this aircraft. Passenger
All doors and
oxygen
hatches are
panel
closed.
is checked.
Ready to connect.
And very nice. ELT arm is actually not simulated. It's all good.
Adapter in position. Release parking
Good.
brake,
Flap,
ready to
speed
start
brake good.
pushback.
Fuel lever down. Right man deployed no simulator. Circuit breakers checked. Pressurization panel. So Mobile, Alabama, and we have touchdown zone elevation of 215, so we'll drop that in here. 200, good. Pressurization panel is checked. Oxygen masks checked. Flight instruments have been checked on both sides. 30.07, 30.07. Mode control panel, heading is 301, runway heading. And we'll go into heading mode upon departure. Altitude 3000 is selected. Thrust levels are idle, checked. Park brake is on, checked. And ACARS is started, I hope. Yep, ACARS has started. We'll just go release the park brake. And beacon light on.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Once again, welcome aboard X-Crafts. We are creating the most flyer-friendly aircraft, and it's our sincere hope that you have a pleasant experience with us today. At this time, I would like to review some of the safety features of this Embraer E145. Please refer to the safety information card located in the...
Okay, we've gone through the departure briefing, taxi briefing. We'll be going to run down Bravo.
There are 4 clearly marked exits. The main cabin door through which you enter,
and then contact ATC. Usually it's Zulu Yankee 11
Take a moment to locate the exit nearest
to runway 30.
Keeping in mind that the closest usable exit may be located behind you. In the event of an emergency, this aircraft is equipped with floor path lighting located along both sides of the aisle, which will guide you to the exits indicated by lighted exit signs. In the event of a water landing, your seat cushion may be used as a flotation device. To use, pull it up and away from the seat frame, and put your arms through the straps on the underside of the cushion. Then rest your upper
body on the cushion. Federal aviation regulations require your compliance with all lighted signs, posted placards, and crew member instructions.
Federal law prohibits smoking in the aircraft cabin and lavatory at any time. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying a lavatory smoke detector is prohibited. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal clip into the buckle. To tighten, pull on the loose end of the strap. To release, lift up on the faceplate of the buckle. Please ensure your seatbelt is fastened whenever the seatbelt...
Get the weather on standby.
Also, for your safety, we require that you...
But I really think it's going to work anyway. Alright, let's get engine 2 started up here.
Should oxygen be needed, a mask will drop from the compartment located above your seat. Pull the mask out of the clip, then pull the mask to your face, making sure the pinholes free from the unit above. When placing the mask over your nose and mouth, secure it with the elastic band, and tighten the tabs on the side. Even though oxygen is flowing, the plastic bag may not appear to inflate. If you're sitting with someone needing assistance, put your mask on first, then offer assistance.
Those cautions are just fine. All of those will go away shortly. Okay, we're going to take a look at the electrical page here.
Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Park brake set. So Gen 2, Gen 3, and Gen 4 all working. So let's get engine start. And engine 1.
Devices must be switched to airplane mode and secured. In a moment, I will be
I'm
dimming.
going to see something here for a second and go to system hydraulic.
We thank you for your attention. If we can make your flight more enjoyable.
Yeah, those temp bleeds. Those bleed temperatures should not be able to start the airplane. And let's go start engine 1. We're just going to wait for generator 1 to come alive, and then we'll do the disconnect of the tug. There we go, Gen 1's alive. Okay, we have all those good engine starts there. Now we can take the shed bus back to auto, get that pump on, get the hydraulics to auto, and kill the APU, get the engine bleeds going, and APU bleed can go off. (132.725) 133.725. Well, there you go. Alright, I got the signals. We'll leave the gust block.
Is 2 miles from Aldi, en route to localizer 5 at Chesapeake for Papa Victor.
Okay, full up. Check. Pull down. Aileron left. Aileron right. Rudder left. Rudder right.
Cross now, altitude 2000, cleared localizer 5 approach at Chesapeake for Papa Victor.
Inspection light on.
Cleared to land. Runway 6, cleared to land, Modi 6 at extra. FedEx 1241, contact Raleigh approach 124.95. Raleigh approach 124.95, FedEx 1241, have a good night.
Washington Center, hello. Commuter 4295, taxiway Bravo with Lima, ready for taxi for runway 30.
Commuter 4295, runway 30, taxi via Zulu Yankee 11.
Zulu Yankee 11 to runway 30, commuter 4295, thanks.
7 Juliet Alpha, looks like sun's an indigo, right? Let's do this. 240, cleared ILS 27 approach. Left 240, cleared ILS 27 for 7 Juliet Alpha. Or I'll be real, I got like nobody over there. You can like just fly towards the airport. It's flight 5. There's a way to the airport if you want.
Zulu Yankee 11.
Yeah, that's fine for 7 Juliet Alpha. I can cancel IFR in the air and go VFR. We can also do this. Do you have the airport in sight? I do have the airport in sight, 7 Juliet Alpha. 7 Juliet Alpha, cleared visual approach runway 27, runway 27, cleared to land. Okay, cleared visual 27, runway 27, cleared to land for 7 Juliet Alpha. Washington Center, room 42 Alpha Lima, we're airborne 6000. Yard 2 Alpha Lima, radar contact, I'm going to maintain 8000. 8000 for Juliet.
A perky little airplane here just wants to fly on its own. What's up, Christian? Good to see you back, man. I have a large, it's not a 32 ounce, but it's probably close to a 20 ounce coffee. And it is not light. So I might be doing another stream after this. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to sleep today. And what I mean by today, I mean like going to bed before midnight. Okay, Zulu is basically the first left after the embankment. I just couldn't get away from it, Christian. I had to do the Embraer again. I just enjoy flying the plane, even with its little idiosyncrasies. You know, it's like, yeah, it's still cool, you know.
G4, that's okay with you.
Okay, we're going to take the flood here, and I'm going to get rid of the dome. Wouldn't it be nice if Laminar could do, you know, abundant grass? Like the real deal, you know?
So at, what was the speed again for American 1759, sorry? 2509 at 1,000 American 1759.
Okay, rudder aileron trim is neutral, pitch trim is up 8. We're good there.
Yankee 24 at G-sub. We can make that work if you agree with it.
We'll do our takeoff configuration test here.
Takeoff okay.
Takeoff okay, okay.
JetBlue 2285 Washington Center. Welcome, climb and maintain flight level 340.
Before takeoff checklist, takeoff configuration is good.
In November 2 Alpha Lima.
Probably. I'd say it would destroy.
6,400 clear GPS Yankee runway 24 approach. Alright, clear for there, Yankee 24 and G-sub 4 JetBlue.
So Zulu to Yankee 11. We are clear to only 3,000, so we got to be on top of the thrust rating system.
Center Delta 408 level at 3,000. Sorry, who was level at 3? Delta 408 at 330. Delta 408, Washington Center, welcome. Washington Center, American 1182. American 1182, climbing through flight level 220 for 240. American 1182, we're climbing through flight level 220 for flight level 240. American 1182, Washington Center, climbing and maintain flight level 340. I maintain flight level 340 for 1182.
Yankee 11.
Roger, regarding traffic and frequency change approved. All good, man. Thank you for Papa Victor. Washington Center, United 1606 at gate D7, ready for push to start.
United 1606, push to start your discretion, advise, ready for taxi on the west side of the ramp.
Advise, ready for taxi on west side, United 1606.
Commuter 4295, fly runway, heading runway 30, cleared for takeoff.
Fly runway heading, clear for takeoff, runway 30, commuter 4295.
4255, we step away 2 minutes.
We are cleared for takeoff.
Probably fine, report back. Thank you.
Strobe on.
Center, supposed 234, we're getting TCAS messages because we're too close to the airplane.
Okay, runway heading.
Weird, because he's assigned Mach 7, you're assigned Mach 77. Are you letting me actually time prep or something? No, I'm Maching 77.
We are clear left
Also, see you
and clear on the right.
in your, Okay, so let's do this. Reducing Mach Decimal 75. We'll do Mach 75, so let's keep it for...
Right at 1,000 feet.
75 to
Right at 1,000 feet, we're going to go and jump over to climb. The climb thrust rating.
Down via the Crowd 2 American 1375.
Okay, we are 301. Here we go. Okay, let's do this. Stabilized, let's go. Knots.
Number 2, I'm pulling runway 24, clear to land. 24, clear to land, 4 land.
Washington Center, United 1606 is west of ramp to taxi.
We1 rotate.
30, taxi, vUAL, Yankee 11.
Positive rate. Gear up. So we are 1,000, we'll go to climb.
Commuter 4295, radar contact at clutch, climb and maintain flight level 340.
Climb, maintain flight level 340, commute air 4295. Okay, up to 340.
Washington Center, American 1441, 12,000, direct PD.
American 1441, Washington Center, welcome, climb and maintain flight level 370.
I'm 370, American 1441, thanks.
Flaps up.
Washington Center, 7 Juliet Alpha, has landed at Hagerstown. Taxi to SBO.
7 Juliet Alpha, taxi to parking district, proceed.
Taxi to parking this frequency, 7
Autopilot.
Appreciate the service.
No fancy moves, Kristen. No fancy moves. Liftoff pitch 5.2. Climb 11. Roll 11.
American 1759, can we get direct to stop?
Washington Center, hello, American 1834, flight level 230 for flight level 240. American Center.
Okay, we'll tidy some things up here. The nose and taxi.
Philly approach, 128.4.
Get rid of the logo.
American 1834, Washington Center, welcome, climb and maintain flight level 340. 340, American 1834, thanks.
Washington City, United 601, flight level 360.
And 601, Washington, welcome.
to speed up a little bit.
Moxie 1493 descent via tackle to arrival. Raleigh is landing the 5. And transition to 80 knots. And then maintain 280 knots until reaching 10,000. Yeah, follow your arrival to speed. Like the speed on your arrival. And we'll be on the tackle 3 arrival. We're going to be landing on the 05 and then 280 on transition, 280 to 10,000 from Moxie 1493. Moxie 1292. Descend via tackle 2 arrival, landing the 5, transition 280.
He's really sending me out here a good bit, isn't he?
280.
Actually, it's alright.
For landing, Moxie 1292.
Okay, 10,000 feet.
Flight 2512.
Sights off.
Delta 9257, contact Philadelphia, approach 128.4.
128.4, just to let you know, we had an extremely light descent. We're probably going to miss 10,000 by 7,000 feet. Bye.
No, he hasn't cleared me direct yet. He hasn't cleared me direct yet. It was fly runway heading, and then he's after takeoff. He said radar contact, climb flight level 340, and that's what I returned, and that was it. You'll see. I'm keeping my speed low so I don't travel quickly in the wrong direction, you know. I'm just maintaining 220 knots. I'm approaching 4,000 feet.
Washington Center, United, 1606, runway 30, ready for departure.
Wonder how busy is he?
United 1606, fly runway heading runway 30, clear for takeoff. Fly runway clear for takeoff, runway 30, fly runway heading United 1606.
Butters. Give me butters.
Center Boulevard 0686, clear the runway at Washington. We'll go into the north SBO.
He's busy. I don't think he has any help. Actually, he's got Raleigh-Durham approach, and now Philly approach has come online, so he's getting some help. But eventually he'll look at me on his radar and go, "Hey, what's going on here? This guy's flying that way." It happens. It's happened before where the controller forgets to give you the direct to.
Delta 850, wind management, line unexposed, Delta 850 available for exchange, advised approved. Over to the north side, Delta 830, DC. The Fox Golf 1 will walk in a road up, taxi departing at frequency.
Alright, we're flight level 180. Let's go standard.
C5428.
Standard there.
I'm at 50 for your situational awareness. We're going to be transitioning our orbit about 10 miles due east of our present position.
You know, it might help my
Washington Center Boone 76 with you, descending through 270 for 210, going to be orbiting same area.
I always feel bad. I
210 Boone 76.
I always feel bad calling the controller saying, checking in, heading 301. He'll figure it out. But I actually need to burn some fuel because I could be, I'm much too close to my... I'm very, very close to my maximum landing weight. I'm only 240 pounds off, excuse me, I'm 280 pounds below estimated landing weight. You know, he cleared it. He cleared United for takeoff runway 30, so.
1335, contact air center 125.32. 2532, American 1375, see ya. United 1606, radar contact, cloud and maintain flight level 270, clear direct to KOB.
You see, he cleared him direct.
Clear direct to Kobe, United 1606. Center Boone 76.
76.
Hey, I had a swap from auto ATC earlier, but my sim decided to crash. Do you have one for me?
He could just.
I have a code of 5502 for you.
I know, it's exactly what I was thinking. Once he, because
Sorry, look at that out.
American 1834.
American 1834, that's fine, report back.
Thank you.
maybe he'll just clear me to Flask, direct Flask. In which case, it wouldn't be all too bad of a detour.
Delta 40, any chance you're lower?
Delta 408 descend, VATSIM 4 arrival, landing north 1, altimeter 3007.
Send indicates we're landing north, Delta 43.
Direct Flask, Commutair 4295. Told you. Okay, direct Flask. I could just let it just kind of like drift off into nowhere land. Hello passengers, this is the captain speaking. We are flying absolutely aimlessly in no particular direction. Alright, let's get our speed up now. We're going to cut the climb for a moment. And we're going to climb at Mosque decimal 64. Actually, it's not really. It's probably 6-1, half a dozen the other, if he had me turn back around to go to Butters.
297, descending tackle 2, Raleigh flight is 5, the Raleigh...
Let's recycle the direct to here.
Alright, descend via the Toggle 30 arrival, cruise distance speed 2.
His sound, the old controller sound quality is not great either.
Landing 5, can you repeat that altimeter?
He's handling it very well. He's super busy. Oh, looks like Philly approach has just dropped on him as well. But it doesn't. He's got Philly Tower. He's got Philly Tower. There's obviously some event at Raleigh, Durham, and VATSIM right now because there's a massive convoy of aircraft traveling down to Raleigh, Durham. From all of them coming out of, looks like White Plains. Yep. Okay, what is my estimated fuel? I need to turn the lights up here. There's a way to do that, and I think that way is pedestal. Here we go. There we go. I had to turn the pedestal lights up a notch. So we got the progress. 4.2 thousand pounds of fuel remaining at Mobile. My zero fuel weight.
Runway 1, clear for takeoff.
Runway 1, clear for takeoff, down 5428.
So annoying. So 4.1 zero fuel weight. That's 44,600. 44,600.
12495 for Moxie.
44. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, let me sort this out. Actually, go back here first. Info. I'm sorry, the flights. And then view. Yeah. My maximum landing weight is 44,092 pounds. And I still... I think I might have to go into a holding pattern when I get down to Mobile to burn off some fuel. God, the passengers are going to love this. God, we had this flight from Dulles to Mobile, man, and that flight crew had no idea what they were doing. We were flying aimlessly west for about 100 miles off course. And then when we got to Mobile, we had to go into a holding pattern because we had too much fuel.
24.95. 2495. Thanks for ATC today from Moxie 1219. Have a good one.
Let's get this cruising speed up to Mach 76.6. 0.76.
Lockheed 1292, contact Raleigh approach 124.95. Washington Center, unit 2136 is sending on the unreadable information link. Unit 2136, Washington expect visual approach 1 right. Expect 1 right, 2136.
I think I may have been too hard on X-Crafts on the previous stream. Sometimes you just get sometimes I just get you know when you're irritated that an airplane is so close to being almost perfect and it takes 2 years or maybe 3 years for it to go from almost perfect to perfect. That's kind of like dudes, get it together. Well, I was
This is the Taco 3 arrival, altimeter 2010 on 210.
oops, hang on a second. Hang on a second. Hang on. See, I stopped paying attention.
Transition speed 280.
Nearly went into an overspeed warning there.
That was Mach 297, just to confirm you gave us 280 for our transition speed. 270. 270, Mach 297, thanks.
Mach 765, 764.
12495. 12495, set this to pick for.
Probably need to get it up to 81.5% N1, 82% N1. I didn't want to blame ATC as the pilot flying. So I'm imagining the passengers would just go. They wouldn't even know we blew probably 50 miles off course, but we're definitely going to need to go into a holding pattern.
Contact Raleigh approach.
So my zero fuel weight is 40,500 and my landing weight,
12495, Mach 287.
max landing weight is 44,092 and zero fuel weight is 40,500. So I only have 3,592. 3,592, or ideally 3,500 pounds of fuel needs to be remaining in the tank before I can land. And that would be just under. Just under maximum landing weight. I think you can adjust the lights. But then they don't stay on. They just go on, and then sidewall lights.
124.9.
Why don't they stay on? I'm doing the GPS. I'm going to do the RNAV. LPV.
And what's your pressure button to leave first?
If we just do the visual on tree 5 in Noisburg, 669.
RNAV runway 15.
No front 35, descend maintain 3000.
Quick visual tree 5, 3000, 669.
So it gives a. Apparently this is LPV capable airplane, but I don't think it captures the glide slope, bro. You know, I don't think it captures the glide slope.
Delta 408, cross Catherine at 2,500. And whenever you get to river in sight, let me know.
Alright, Captain, 2500, we'll let you know, Delta 408.
Route 1649, leaving my airspace, Cleveland is closed. No further ETC available, frequency change approved.
Yeah. I mean, it's all the same. And, as far as flight simulation purposes are concerned, it's really all the same.
Raleigh approach 124.95.
124.95, okay. Delta 241.
American 1182, descend via tackle to arrival, Raleigh landed at 5, Raleigh altimeter 301.
I could take the RNAV to the ILS as well.
Roger, send by the tackway to arrival, runway landing 5.
But the thing here, look, let me show you what I'm talking about here on the FMS, right? So I can go
1441,
nav, arrival. You see it's here, right here, LPV, Whiskey 15 Alpha, yes, no, so you select it as yes. But usually, normally, when you're programming an RNAV or an LPV into an FMS, it asks you to set the minimums altitude in the FMS, so it knows when to break out of autopilot. So here, Whiskey 15 Alpha, so we've got the right channel. So this basically said, like, listen, it's capable, so it's capable. I'm right in between N1 percentages here to maintain.
United 1003, contact Raleigh approach 124.95.
124.95, we'll see you around.
It's specs, Christian. SPECS. Specs, SPECS. You're missing the S.
Washington Center, good evening, Delta 399, flight level 340. Delta 399, Washington Center, welcome.
Is Atlanta Center is, oh, Atlanta dropped out. Interesting. So it looks like we're gonna get handed off to Unicom here in a moment. So it's the best way to put it. On the LPV capability, I will get a glide path bug on the primary flight display. Now, because there is no VNAV in this airplane at all, there is no such thing as capturing the glide slope. The bug is simply there as a reference. You have to fly it manually. Or you can fly it with the autopilot using vertical speed mode and, vertical speed mode and adjusting your throttles to maintain your approach speed. So for example, let's say that, what's my speed here right now? Just gonna make sure to Mach 7.5. Okay. So let's look at our weight here. So our airfield weight is 40,500 pounds, and my maximum landing weight. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna be landing at 44,000 pounds. Okay. Landing performance, airport, KMOB, Runway 15, and we'll see what the winds are there. Kilo Mob. Okay, winds are calm. QNH is 30, this one's 00. And we're going to say I'm landing at 44,000 pounds. I'm going to go flaps 45. Okay, so I got a V approach of 135, right? So V approach of 135. So if my he's going to hand me off on a second. Flask is right at the border of the ARTCC.
Center Delta 399, you okay if we step away for about 10 minutes? Yeah, that'd be fine.
You gotta watch these transitions as well in this airplane. Sometimes Unicom for Commuter Air 4295. Good job tonight. See you next time, Commuter Air 4295. All right. Okay, where was I? Yes, so V approach is 135 knots. That's indicated airspeed. So my ground speed is going to be approximately 140. So at a 3-degree flight path angle, my vertical speed is going to be around 750-ish. So I would be trying to maintain a vertical speed, but I think the easiest thing to do is to get it pretty close using vertical speed. So the airplane will do the auto trim. Hang on a second, it's got to make sure it does the waypoint transition. Okay, Flaska ODF, that's good. Speed to get very close to approximate or track the glide path bug for the LPV. And then once we think that we are kind of running parallel, if you will, to the glide path, and we have adjusted the throttles to maintain approach speed, at that stage we know that the aircraft is basically perfectly trimmed for all intents and purposes, and we can break out of the autopilot and fly it on in. Listen, you got some sort of Japanese character before route. I don't know if you see that in the chat. I don't know why that's coming up. Stream Elements is terrible, by the way. I need to find something else. I guess it is free, you know, so what can you expect? It's nice flying airplanes that don't have auto throttle sometimes, you know what I mean? As a matter of fact, I was looking at this route and I was going, you know what? because it's almost VOR to VOR the entire route, I was like, maybe I'll just fly it as a VOR. Like, let's go old school. D.C., New York, Indy, Miami centers are all up. Raleigh, Durham. Approach. How we making out here? Where do I go next after Mobile? See, what does vUAL have to offer here in Mobile? Flight center, destination map. That's it, right? Nope, that's not it. This is the one. Filtered by the Embraer 145, and so I can either go back or go to Houston. Yeah, I'm flying for vUAL. You know what? Let me do this. Let me create a scene, a source. I'll just add a source here. Source. Add new. Actually, no, I've totally screwed that up. We're not going to do that. I'm going to delete that. Add source window capture. this. Let me see if let me see. Let's clear that. Push that back. Clear that out and clear that out. So Houston flies to Wichita. That's not Kansas City, but it's Kansas. I'll be back 1 minute. I gotta use the restroom. was I? What was I doing? Oh, I gotta get my speed back up again. Surprised Atlanta Center has dropped out. Okay, we'll leave it there. That's okay. from... Let me kill that. So here's Mobile. Okay, so there's only 2 Embraer 145 paths. Now I could decide to go, you know what, let me do the X-Crafts E145. And I can't get them out of Mobile, so that's no good. So it has to be the 145. I can just take the 145 Mobile to Houston. Block time's about an hour. Houston up, but we can see if clear everything and apply. So here's Kansas City. So we can do Kansas City. Excuse me, let me knock that out. Mobile. See, there's only 2 flights out of Mobile. Say what aircraft so that's only the 145 there, and then going back to Washington, it's only the 145. So there's only the Embraer 145 leaving Mobile on the schedule. So I have to take it to Houston. So I gotta go to Houston after Mobile. And that's a short flight. And then I can go from, well, the options from Houston are a lot. On the 145 front. And there's a lot of options. Anyway, don't need that anymore. So what we're doing, the way we're going to go about it here is easier to see it on Navigraph charts. So let me get the mobile chart up. Approach. RNAV. And I think this is the overlay. Yeah. So we can... SJI VOR is our last... it's our last waypoint before we go into the before we go and get set up for the RNAV. So we'll hit SJI. We'll make a right turn heading 327. So we're on a perfect right downwind for runway 15. We'll get a beam Bayas, and then once we get a beam to Bayas, we'll probably go about 5 miles farther downstream, farther upwind I should say, and make a right turn towards Bayas and cross Bayas at 2000. Now KIAD is the final approach fix. Let me go back to the airplane for a second here. Gotta keep my speed up. So it's basically, it's full GPS, it's GPS navigation all the way. To final, all the way to minimums. So basically at KIAD, CAYAT, that's your final approach fix right there, the Maltese cross. And we're basically at 4.8 miles final to the runway threshold. LPV minimums are 415 barometric or 200 radio. Now, we can't set barometric minimums on this airplane. That is not simulated for some reason, which is fairly remarkable. The way you would normally do that is you would go down here and you would select the page button here. So either way, we'll do minimums, and we will literally guide ourselves all the way down to minimums. Now we can do that with the vertical speed management. We can use vertical speed management on the remote control panel. And we'll control the throttles to maintain the approach speed, and do that procedure all the way to minimums, and then disengage the autopilot. Fly the rest manually. Or if we think the weather's good, which it should be, we'll probably disengage earlier from minimums. Now, when you think about it, we're going to be at KIAD at 1,800, and our minimums are 415 barometric, so we only got about 1,400 feet of descent to go, and vertical speed is going to be around 700, so it's going to be about 2 minutes. So 2 minutes after KIAD, and will be when we will be hitting our final approach fix. Excuse me, our minimums. Which is really plenty of time. So we have 2 minutes to get ourselves from the final approach fix. We have 800 feet to 1,000. should be set up real good, stabilized. And quite honestly, once we're stabilized, we should be able to fly this puppy manually all the way down. The weather should be totally fine. And then I'll get another stream together for taking it back to Houston. Shane is flying the level up 737-900ER right now on the stream. Might tap into that a little bit. To Montgomery. What's up, Vintage? I hope you had a nice nap. module. Oh my god, that's ancient. Pretty good. We had ATC coming out of Dulles. We had Washington Center, but the controller was doing a great job. He was super busy with not a lot of help. Yeah, we took off runway 30 out of Dulles, and we stayed on that heading up to about 25,000 feet. So we climbed the runway heading 25,000 feet until he eventually gave us a direct to. So that was pretty interesting. He may have forgotten, or may have been his intention. Other than that, it's kind of as you were. Tuesday evenings in North America on VATSIM are usually pretty quiet. Shane over at Level Up, who's working on the flight model for the 737s, the Level Up 737s, he had mentioned something like a VNav module that I should get, or that anybody who has it should get, and I don't know what the hell he's talking about, VNav module, man. I'm looking for it online, and there's nothing that seems to make any sense around that. No scenery packs. Zero. I am waiting for the next gen scenery, which probably means X-Plane 13. Which could mean X-Plane 13. Considering purchasing the TCA throttles, the Boeing TCA throttles. Well, I'm not going to get the yoke. It's $170 new. It's $40 more expensive than their... Oh, I see what they're doing. This is crazy. There's a second-hand Boeing TCA throttle quadrant Thrustmaster on eBay right now. Bids are at $211. You can buy it new for $170. Literally exactly the same. Imagine winning that bid and realize that you're spending $41 more for second-hand when you could have bought it new for $170. Oh, my rudder pedals are the worst. Get this, gotta maintain speed here. I have the Thrustmaster pedals, and I think they called them the T. I think they call them the T dot rudder. Insane, bro. What the hell with that? I'm not spending $170 on. Yay. There's no way. Yeah, I agree. Ooh, Atlanta Center's back on. just came into the frame. 132-9075. Center, hello, Commuter 4295, checking in, flight level 340, inbound Montgomery VOR.
040 Mike, do you know the four-letter identifier for that aircraft type? 040 Mike, Roger, course airport. We're 4295, last arrived.
Commuter 4295, go ahead.
I'll just say Roger. 3840 is only taking 12000. 12000, no 3040. Number 6440 Mike, cleared out of the Charlotte class runway airspace. Maintain VFR at or below 3,500. Roger, this frequency is squawk 5723.
I had CH aviation pedals, Charlie Hotel, and they were amazingly good, dude. They were the excellent rudder pedals, and I can't seem to find them anymore. I don't know if CH is still doing stuff, but let me see. CH Aviation, I think they're called. Not that one. Not that one. That's CH Products. I had their rudder pedals, dudes, and they lasted. I mean, those things were amazing. I was so happy with them. They were really heavy base, so those things didn't move at all.
40 Runway.
And yeah, they got, they got quote unquote lost in a move from the East Coast to the West Coast. What was the name of the company that was that is selling the pendulum rudder pedals?
Number 840 at 210 routes, 174000.
And 210 for the 174000, Delta 840.
I loved CH products. All right, Vintage, see you later, brother. Have a good evening at work. I thought CH built really good stuff. Let me find it. Let me see if I can find them. Pendulum. Rudder pedals. Pendular rudder pedals. Oh, actually, it is a Thrustmaster pedal. It is a Thrust. It's $600, dude. That is insane, bro. I mean, really good concept, you know, pendulum.
700 Sierra Bravo, and you set it offline. Radar service terminated, change your battery frequencies, cruise in. Yes, sir, that's beautiful music in the background.
Yeah, you're right, it is Thrustmaster. Pendular rudder. $600. That is insane. Seriously, man. Dude. That is wild. $600. That's more than almost all of my flight sim peripherals combined.
840 flying away here, 718 3000 for R2 Lieutenant.
What do they do now? $600, $599.99 on thrustmaster.com. eShop. eShop.thrustmaster.com.
840 clear approach, runway 26 right.
$599.99.
He's working power as well, so 3347. Level 399 cross Aussie at maintain 12000 at 250 knots, Hartsfield on 03006. Aussie 12000, 250 knots, Delta 399.
they're unavailable. That's a pity.
Commuter 4295, set a pause discretion. Maintain 1000, mobile alternative 3000.
Descend 1000, pilot's discretion, commuter 4295, thanks. So 1000. We got another little bit of time before that descent needs to happen. About 50 miles or so. We're not going to get this controller all the way into Mobile. That's a shame, dude. CH Products made good stuff. They really did. They were a bit on the pricey side, I'll be honest. They were definitely a bit on the pricey side. But, Jesus Christ, Honeycomb are selling pedals for $350. Okay, we are Montgomery, VOR. Which seems to be considerably far south of Montgomery, by the way. the prices of things are completely nuts. I wonder where they're building these. Yeah, I agree with you. I think I was looking at that today, the Wind Control 3 glare shield. You know,
you can change the cross-city restriction. It'll just be on.
I think there's a lot of good cross-compatibility as well. So all of the 777, all the 737s, the 777,
3,000 negative speed.
and
Then 847 maintain 3,000 180.
tariffs. What are the tariffs on China right now?
I just updated it says we'll be e-stops for the guys arriving into Atlanta, except for 840. Then 840 flying 250, John Olin, I'll call the field. Our 40 micro contact, say altitude. Roger, proceed on course, maintain appropriate event for altitude, shallow altimeter 3009.
Alright, we are going to go down to 1000 like he said we could.
Commander 4295, traffic 12 o'clock to 0 miles, observation type unknown, altitude indicates flight level 350.
Alright, we'll be on the lookout, traffic not in sight presently, Commander 4295. That's too far away. I have him on the TCAS, but we're going to drop now. We are going to go speed mode. 260.
2484 is when you climbing through 5,000, 3,000, 4, 14,000, direct bagger.
2484 Atlanta Center, climb and maintain flight level 370.
Flight level 370, Frontier 2484.
I thought the Wind Control 3 Glare Shield mag was the Boeing business. Atlanta Center, Commuter 4295 has the traffic.
Commander 4295, Roger. Houston Center's on fire. Service terminated. Change of hazard frequency per again.
Alright, on you com, Commuter 4295. Have a good one. Yeah, the Boeing glare shield by Wind Control. So the mag is more expensive because, let me turn off this TCAS, because you're getting a higher quality auto throttle switch. It's like a Hall switch, I think. Going to get our speed up a little bit here. We don't need to be descending at this rate. at about 260 knots. I'm talking about the, you were mentioning that wind control has the, yes, it's $40 difference. If you go to the website, you have the glare shield and then the glare shield mag. And the glare shield mag is like $40 more expensive, I think. It's the auto throttle switch on the mag is a higher quality switch. You can look it up, but you can look it up on their website. So it's $40 more for that one switch being a higher quality switch. Now it's really interesting why they even give you the option to have a lesser quality switch for the auto throttle. It's crazy. I was looking at that today. But I would like to get a glare shield for a Boeing glare shield, because I already have the Airbus glare shield. N1. I'm going to try to get 200 feet a minute going here. 2,000 feet a minute, I mean. I didn't look into what's so special about the switch, Christian, on the website, but the only thing I could think of is when you, let's say when you disengage on your throttles. So if you do an auto throttle disconnect on using the button on your throttle in the Boeing, I believe the auto throttle switch on the MCP automatically snaps from armed position to disarmed. So it's possible that the switch would, the better switch they would be offering might have that mechanics built into it. And it would make sense because it would be just a case of it's held in position with a magnet. So that would be the only thing that makes sense, is that there would be a signal. So the bridging software would receive a signal that, hey, he has disconnected the auto throttle through his hardware controller, let's say, right? So therefore we have to send a signal to the auto throttle switch to release presumably release the magnet and allow the switch to spring back out of its armed position to its disarmed position. That's the only thing I could think of why the switch would be more expensive. get the weather in. Hey. Should be going down to 1,000. KMOB. And let's get CTAF for it as well. 118.3. Let's get that done first. Okay, CTAF is on standby. And winds are calm. Altimeter 3000. So that is set. And set. And set on standby. What is our fuel situation here? £3,750. Our zero fuel weight is 40, so that's 44,250. 44,250. I gotta burn off some more fuel. I need my fuel to get down to 3,500. I need to get my fuel down to 3,500. So what we can do? What can we do? We can go into a hold at bays. Right hand hold. Let's do that. Let's get that in the plan. That's hilarious, bro. Who was selling that? Who was selling fireworks? Okay, let's go to bays, and we need to go to pattern. We're gonna do a hold at bays. Inbound course. Right turn. I'm going to come in at 147. That's good. Like distance 5. It's actually 4. Entry looks good. Send myself on down to 8,000 here. Yeah, maybe I'll be okay. 3,680 pounds. Ooh, it's gonna be real close. Maybe I'll just go on a long downwind leg might do it. So my zero fuel weight is 3,500 pounds of fuel. I know, yeah. A travel voucher. In other words, I love when airlines do that. Oh, we'll give you a travel voucher. Give me a travel voucher. Okay, we'll set the speed down to 240. And altitude select is 8,000. Okay. I think we can just do a long downwind and we'll be okay. We won't have to go into a hold. So I'm going to clear that entirely. So we're going to synchronize the heading here. 35, yeah, don't you love it when airlines offer a voucher? It's like, voucher? That just means you have to spend the money at that company, bro. It's like, maybe I don't want to do that, you know? You know, maybe I have no interest. Imagine having a Spirit Airlines voucher. Oh, that's wonderful. That worked out well. Okay, we have a field in sight there. I don't think that's the Oh, there it is. Okay. There's fields. Alright, there's runway 15 has been identified. So we'll continue on down to 5,000 then, because I just need to burn off 100 more pounds of fuel. And we are... .327 is going to be the heading. Go heading mode now. Let's do one more synchronize and heading modes. Okay, so we're now heading select. And we'll get out of FMS and go into nav mode. And we'll make a right turn to 330. Heading 330 is set. I don't need this weather radar any longer. Right now, you see the green bug, Christian? You see the green bug here on the... Oh, it's, that's the LPV. So, we'll see how this works. No, I'm not going to need to do a hold. I'm going to be okay. I just need to burn off 70 more pounds of fuel. I'll be right at the I'll be right at the weight, just below the landing weight. So just taking a, let's see here, we got we'll continue down to 4,000 here, and I'm going to, so zero fuel weight, I'm going to have 3, so it's going to be 44 even. So my landing performance is 44,000. So V approaches 135 at flaps full. So speeds, V approach is There's 135. Okay, very good. Return. There's bays. And fuel is at, just need to burn 50 pounds of fuel, so we're good, bro. Just about made it to, but we need to be at bays at 2,000. So I'm gonna hold the speed back now quite a lot. So we're gonna arrest our climb quite a lot here, or arrest our descent significantly. We'll go over to Mobile CTAF. I don't think anyone is there, but Mobile traffic commuter 4295. We're on a right downwind for runway 15. And we'll be entering the RNAV runway 15 at bays. Mobile traffic. Okay, we're going to continue on down to 2,000 now. And we're going to make our turn. We're going to start making our turn towards bays here. So I'll start it off with the, we'll do a heading of 090, and then we're going to go to the FMS and do a direct to bays and go to nav. To go back to FMS. Okay, 1,000 to go. Don't you just love flying regional, man? I love flying regional jets into weird places. Okay, so from bays to KIAD is 7 miles, so we have 7 miles after Bayas to get into our fully configured landing configuration. So we're 5 miles from bays. I'm going to slow down to 180. And the missed approach is climb to 2,000 to Jotun and then to Saint. Okay. All right. We're good on the maximum landing weight. Now 1.5 miles from bays, and we got a bit of time coming up on bays. Everything is looking so far so good. I see what's happening here. Oh no, okay, we're good, we're good. It didn't try to enter a hold. Okay, I'm gonna bring the speed up a little bit. We do have runway in sight. I'm gonna go flaps 9. We need to start getting configured for KIAD. And our final approach speed is 135. I need to be at KIAD at 1,800. Okay, that's set. We are 4 miles from KIAD. We're gonna go next set of flaps. Minimums are 200 RA, that's fine. Okay, we're gonna go gear down. We are 2 miles from KIAD. Keep the speed up. Okay, now flaps full. 1 mile from KIAD. Half a mile from KIAD. And we'll start now on the vertical speed, which is going to be 700 a minute, and we'll pull back on the throttle.
Autopilot. Autopilot.
Okay, so we're pretty well configured. Pull the speed back a little bit. Excuse me. Speed up a little bit. I'm gonna get the flight director off here. We can fly this visually now. We'll set our altitude to 2,000 for the go-around in case.
Approaching minimums.
.35 is pretty good.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
think we're exiting right. Take it all the way to the end, actually. Actually, I'm gonna take a Bravo here if it's open. It's very, very hard to try to maintain approach speed on the throttles. It seems to be feast or famine with the throttles, if you know what I mean. But we got down. Wasn't the prettiest, but we got down. LPV seemed to fail. We had the green bug, light slope bug, and then it kind of never came back. So I don't know what happened there. That was all a bit weird. And we're just going to take Bravo into the terminal. And then see if we can, I gotta make some adjustments, I think, on my throttles that will give more refinement to give me more kind of refinement, I think, on the low to medium N1 percentages for flying the approach, because it's very much feast or famine. Probably, let's see, probably around, I'm not going to waste too much time, probably an hour from now, I think, I'll log back in. And we'll do a short flight over to Houston. And we'll take spot 7. Boy, there's some huge aircraft. I thought I had selected, is this a joke? Somebody literally parked in a 777 at Mobile. Delta livery, no other. You guys are killing me. No visual docking guidance on this spot 7 in Mobile. What's up, Lo-Fi? Listen, we're just parking here in Mobile, Alabama, and we took the gate beside the 777-200, the Delta 777-200, which actually none actually exists in reality. But what is a 777 doing at Mobile? But we're going to be back online in about an hour to go from Mobile over to Houston Intercontinental. It'll give me a little bit of time to get a little bit of something in my belly. Fairly controlled. Not the prettiest of approaches. But all right, let me turn on that APU. I know, you know what? I have it. You know, there's a no parked aircraft, right? I have no parked aircraft checked in the sim, and sometimes I think airport creators in WED sometimes hard plug the airplanes in as objects rather than aircrafts or something like that, and it's a kind of a workaround. So you end up, I mean, look around this place. I mean, I've parked aircraft everywhere, you know. I don't want these. Look at them. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 2 737s. There's a 777. And I literally have do not draw aircraft at airports selected, but you know. What are you gonna do? All right, APU is good. Get the hydraulics off. Fuel pumps off. Engines out. I'm gonna get a lot of cautions here, but disconnect from VATSIM. File the ACARS. Now, there's no one here. There's no one here. Just me in Mobile. Yeah, some airports are like that. I don't know. People who make the airport somehow are able to put the planes there in such a way that the option to not draw parked aircraft in the graphics section, so it's basically here, right? If you go here and go to graphics, draw parked aircraft is unselected. And yeah, so some airports have them. I don't know. Kind of disappointing, but listen, I gotta log this up. And
attention all aircraft.
Basically 10:30. Actually do Zulu time. So 5:30 Zulu, about an hour from now. Oh, 5:30 hours Zulu. Get back on here, and we'll take this 145 over to Houston. Should only be about an hour-long flight. I'm gonna log off, make a sandwich in the kitchen, and check my email. And if we see you guys on the other side, that would be great. But thanks for tuning in for this one, and hopefully we'll see you in about an hour from now.